Where I am now, better than before. Through those open doors, where I am now. Where I am now, I'm in a special place. A tender warm embrace. Where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, Where I Am Now. Where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live in WGPL 1350 studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page or Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page. And guess what? You can see us live right here in WGPL 1350 studio. And if you want to hear us on the World Wide Web, all you have to do is go to www.christianbroadcastingcompany.com, click and listen live. Or you can go to WGPL 1350 AM or WPCE 1400 AM and click and listen live. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
And Peace 95.3 FM and WPCE 1400.
Yes, Facebook Live is on and popping as usual.
And Twitter.
And
Instagram.
LinkedIn.
And LinkedIn.
And YouTube.
And YouTube. All of those are on and popping. Good morning to you.
Good morning again. We support you all out there. We especially support those that are doing great things in the community.
Are you looking for an affordable, reliable, high-quality child care program that offers transportation? Are you a child care specialist looking to grow with an industry-leading company with great benefits and pay? If you answer yes to either question, Heavenly Hearts Impact Center is for you. We are now hiring and enrolling for our new Heavenly Hearts Impact Center, located in the city of Portsmouth, Virginia. Join the Heavenly Hearts Impact Center today. For more information, call 757-254-8156. That's 757-254-8156. The Heavenly Hearts Impact Center, where tomorrow begins today.
Mr. E, it's a wonderful, beautiful Monday morning here in the Hampton Roads area.
That's right. The temperature say it's going to be in the high 70s. What a beautiful day it's going to be.
I've been expecting the warm. You know, when it hit 50 a week ago or so, it was like, please, old man winter, please go away.
Well, he had like he didn't want to go nowhere.
He didn't want to. We're almost in the bottom of May, and old man winter has just left.
Well, that sounds like the song that they sang, Old Man Rivers. That old man Rivers, he just keep rolling along.
And let the winter roll on. The spring is here. It is absolutely beautiful. We're expecting some great weather this week.
That's right. But we got a little rain coming today, so hey, we'll take it. I'll take it.
Mr. E, how was your weekend?
Well, I had a great weekend. I didn't do too much of anything. I want to say congratulations to Morning Star United Holiness Church. They gave away $5,000 worth of gas.
I heard.
Yeah.
Marvelous.
Yeah.
I know the line was wrapped around the world.
Well, the police had to shut it down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had to shut it down because there was so much bad traffic. The lanes were blocked up. Interstate was backed up, especially coming off that ramp. And so they had to give everybody a voucher. They gave everybody vouchers to come back later on that evening to get that $5,000 worth of gas.
Now, Mr. E, they should have prepared for something like that, because if you're talking about free gas, when gas is sky high, everybody and their mother and grandmother is going to be in the line.
Well, I put it on the police department because they were prepared, but they weren't prepared.
Really? What do you mean?
Well, when they got all the paperwork and everything done, Bishop Fields, Felton, he went and got all the paperwork documentation that is needed. So he was expecting that the police would do what they do.
Shut it down.
They shut it down, but they couldn't. He was expecting them to direct traffic.
Yeah, but they had their permits, hopefully.
They had everything that is needed.
Yes.
The shopping go made a whole lot of money. They made $5,000 and got a lot of business.
Ooh, well, I hope you wasn't in a line that long where you running out of gas and it was all in vain. You're getting gas, but you're running out of your gas. So I hope it all worked out well. But it was a great thing. That's wonderful. That's
right. He knew that these are trying times. So what they decided to do to be a blessing to someone that's going through hard times.
So look, today, this beautiful Monday morning, we have our current job listing.
Just before we do our current job listing, I want to let our Sports Talk fans know that the lines are available, 757-624-9475. That's the telephone number to dial, while we give you this tea.
Yeah, after we finish with our job listing, you're free to call. We're going to talk about this weekend and all the drama and the games and who played, who won, and all that. But in the meantime, Mr. E, are you ready?
I'm ready if I don't get to go. The Junior League of Norfolk and Virginia Beach looking for an operation coordinator. Catholic Charity of Eastern Virginia is looking for a financial housing counselor and a president and CEO. And they're looking for administrator assistant of the Chesapeake office.
Oh, wow. Eggleton. Brain Injury Services Unit Coordinator. Oh, my goodness. Certified Case Manager, LCSW, LPC, and BCBA. They also need a mentor, and they need staff accountant, volunteer and community relations coordinator, an employment specialist, residential house manager, business development manager is needed as well.
Achievable Dreams is looking for student and program success coordinator in Virginia Beach, and Achievable Dream look for an Achievable Dream.
All right. Senior Services of Southeastern Virginia. They have multiple positions available, Mr. E. Also, Operation Blessing. They need a coordinating producer, of volunteer Hampton Roads, need an administrative assistant.
The Planning Council is looking for a financial grant analyst. The Christian Broadcasting Network is looking for a transportation manager in Florida, director of development of the military ministry, and the International Christian Broadcasting Network International is looking for an accountant.
Virginia Peninsula Food Bank, Community Engagement Coordinator, and Bay Agent need an Assistant Director, Multifamily Housing Development.
And don't forget that Harry Teeter's, Lowe's, Home Depot, Ford Motor Company, UPS, Federal Express are looking for you.
Yes.
They're looking for drivers. Not only that, Miss Hinton, the military is looking for, the Norfolk Police Department is looking for those who want to make a career in the police enforcement in Norfolk, Virginia Beach, and Chesapeake, and Newport News. And not only that, the Norfolk Public Schools are looking for bus drivers.
Norfolk Naval Shipyard. I mean, talking about positions, they're going to announce the next fair, a job fair. You all listen out, look at Facebook and social media and on the news, and you'll see the schedule of when you can go and fill out an application.
Well, there's a lot of jobs that are opening all around the city, and folks just need to go and get those jobs.
Yeah, but Mr. E, I'm thinking that a lot of people have moved on from certain positions, during the pandemic. people had to rush to get jobs.
That's right.
And so they either created one or they went where they could go, and they may be settled in by now. And it seems like it's a little harder for folk, these employers, to fill these positions. But hopefully people will kind of like say, okay, let's see what this gives.
And that's what it's all about. If you need a job, there's a jobs are available, or if you have created a job, or you know someone that looking for a job, let them know that there are jobs all around the 757, all around the city. And don't forget, if you've been incarcerated and you're looking for a job,
Yes.
you listen, there are jobs just set aside for you. So go and pick up that job.
Absolutely. I want to say good morning to Gerard Roberts. How are you? Sheila Robbins. That's her nephew, Gerard. Roberta Carter. Good morning. Who else is on the line, Mr. E? If you're there, make sure you like, share, make sure you follow, subscribe, comment. We'll shout you out later on in the show. And I want to know, Gerard, what's been going on? How's the music business? How's your business doing? Give us a little tea down on our post here. And also, let me know who your team is, your NBA team, because we're going to talk about sports this morning, Mr. E. This is Sports Talk segment.
That's right.
Where's
This
your
is what is on.
This is our
Sports
Talk.
Yeah.
Yes, and Mr. E talking about games now. Mr. E's going to give you the number. If you want to talk a little talk, he's going to give you the number. You can call in and talk with us.
Telephone number to dial is 757-624-9475. Again, that telephone number is 757-624-9475. There's a lot of people around the town that's a little bit upset, Miss Hinton, because Phoenix didn't make it. You know, there are so many people like Mr. Chris Hinton who was looking for Chris Paul to make it.
Oh, Chris Paul. You know, they were talking about Chris Paul like a DOG today. I must say, I heard a lot of tea. They said he at 37, he turned old. He won't play and worth nothing. They didn't think he was going to go all the way anyway. I mean, it's a lot of negativity.
You know, when you are an old head and you've supposed to have been a superstar.
Mr.
You know,
E, okay, now give us a little bit of his history, because Mr. E already started off saying he was an old head. Go ahead.
Chris Paul he played for two different basketball teams.
Yes, that's right.
And since he played for two different basketball teams, he started out in the league, had a great name out there.
Yes.
And
who did he play with first?
He played with the Phoenix Suns, and he played with the team that got whipped the other day. I think it was the Grizzlies or someone that they played. But when he played against those boys, he talked a little smack as they walked off the team. So now he's going to meet LeBron. He's going to meet AD, Kevin Durant, and all them boys on the sideline with the remote in his hand, along with the rest of them.
Now, Mr. E, Chris Paul was a great. What made him ungreat? What's going on? Is it all about the age?
Well, it's not about the age. I take that back, because it's not about the age. It's your performance.
Ooh.
You know, Chris Paul used to get up and get out. And now Chris Paul can't get out. He can get up, but he can't get out. Or he can get out, but he can't get up as fast as he used to. You know, he's a little slow at the trigger.
That's what everybody's saying.
And not only that, he can only shoot within the perimeters around the bench, around the goal, but he can't shoot the 3-pointers like he used to do a long time ago. So his game done got a little shaggy.
Now, he's not 99. He's just 37 years old.
37 years old.
But Mr. E, in the game of basketball, 37 is old.
That's right. 37 is a little bit history.
Yes.
Because when you look at 37, like Kevin Durant, and you look at LeBron James, and when you look at all those greats, AD, when you look at folks that was in the league, that's been in the league at that time, that they done got worn down, worn out. So now they can't perform to to the high expectations that folks are looking for them to do. The telephone number to dial is 624-9475. If you want to chime in, you can. They're not doing what they used to do, like the great Magic Johnson, like the great Michael Jordan, like the great Scottie Pippen, like the Jamal Welch, or not those great boys back in the days of old that played some basketball, that played finesse, so you can go to 3 teams. You take LeBron, he done been on 3 teams, and now his contract will not be extended with the Lakers. So he does that. That's the way he performed. He only signs a 2-year contract, and he's not there for the long ride. He only signs a 2-year contract, and then he's going to jump ship. He might go back to Miami. He might go back to Cleveland Cavaliers, or he might go back to where he started from, because the T on the street is he wants to play against his son.
Oh my goodness! Every dog has its day, and
you call a man a dog.
It's a cliche. Every dog has its day. I'm just saying, when your time is over, it's over. Now, this is the thing I want to know. These, like we talked about Chris Paul and how, his game has slowed down. But how much does the team put on the shoulders of the greats to carry the team? Does it become a one-man show, or is it a team effort anymore?
Well, in this day and time, we used to see, here's what you look at. In this day and time, when you're looking at basketball, they look at leadership. Mm-hmm. Does he still have the leadership ability to keep the boys going?
Yes.
Can he still get the men's morale up and go out and play ball? Is he that clutch shooter that they've been looking for? Or he just, has he lost the game? Now, Chris Paul used to be a clutch shooter. He used to be the playmaker. When the rest of the cats run out of gas, he used to be the man that can come back and bring them through, give them hope. He gave them great hope. And then when you look at the great Kevin Durant, when you look at Kevin Durant, when you look at LeBron James, when you look at those boys that was on the Lakers, and some of them boys that's on the Lakers, they said they're just too old. Mm-hmm. Now, I really believe that the New Orleans Pelicans gonna be a team that you're gonna have to reckon with.
In the future.
If AD had stayed there this year with the Pelicans, they would have been a lot farther than they would be, because that boy coming off the bench, 22 years old, Zion, gonna light the court up.
Well, Ms. D, let's talk about the Phoenix Suns. Now, tell us a little bit about that game. What was the score and what happened?
Well, the Phoenix Suns, sorry, Charlie.
Oh,
because
that's it.
Because the Phoenix Suns got out there yesterday and played. Listen to me real well. I thought that the Phoenix Suns would be doing what they do.
Mr. E, they talked about them so bad. In this game, I was like, I was embarrassed for them. What in the world went on?
Well, the thing about it is, when the Phoenix Suns got out there and played that ball yesterday, Miss Hinton, day 4 yesterday, the score was 123-90. They played against those Mavericks. Wait a minute. Now, let me tell you, before halftime, they had a lead over the Suns by 40 points.
Well, how does that happen? Let's rewind though, because Golden State had a game a few weeks ago, and it was a slaughter.
That's right.
I was wondering what happened to them. What happens when it's a game like that and one team is so far ahead of the other?
Well, 2 things happen. One, you didn't come to play. Mm-hmm. The second thing, they came to play. And this what happened last night. The Mavericks came to play. Wow. 42-77, they came to play. And then the boy named Dinwiddie for the Phoenix Suns, they were dropping those bombs. They couldn't miss the back of a barn if somebody moved it. And the defense was on target. Now, here's what Golden State Warriors gonna have to worry about. They got to worry about that going up in that backboard, getting a rebound. This is what Mavericks did last night. The Mavericks played not only out, but they played underneath the bucket too.
Name some of the good players.
Well, you got Leak that was out there. That boy from I think he's from Russia. You got that boy playing out there. You got Dinwiddie that was out there and played a whole lot of a great ball game. Then you got number 42 that was out there, and all the rest of these cats was new life. It was new blood that was out there. You know, these boys came out to play. When I looked at the Dallas Maverick and the boy that came from Russia, look, I forgot it. It began for L.
What number?
Number 77. When that boy came, he was just out there smiling and grinning.
Oh, he's been grinning the whole season.
I mean, he was just shooting them bombs. I mean, like crazy. He was just dropping them, and then looked like he was. When I looked at Phoenix, playing against the Dallas Maverick, it was a clinic that the Maverick was putting on.
Yeah.
The Mavericks was hitting it from the left and from the right. They was under the bucket. It was just a slaughter, you know. And then they sent the bench out there and took all the starters out in the third quarter and sent the bench out. Sent the bench out, and the bench was hitting just as well as, and that's what made them get 90 points.
Yes.
You know, that's how they got back, and you know, because they knew the game was over with, and if you gonna recover at halftime. And I can see, I heard Shaq and a boy said, well, ain't nobody come to play. Ain't nobody come to play yesterday because what was happening is they was dropping them A-bombs on them like crazy.
Well, folks said that the game was over before halftime. I was like, this is a disaster.
Well, it was a disaster. When I looked at it, I said, Dallas Maverick. Here's the thing. Dallas Maverick has to play the Golden State Warriors in the best of 7. Wow. Now, listen, I'm trying to debate which team I'm going to be with.
I thought you've been with Golden State for a minute.
I don't claim them as my team.
The Mavericks.
I like both of them. I like both of them. I don't claim them as my team, but because they're from Dallas, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. Because they was from Dallas, and the boys got schooling on them. Here's my T. The T is this. Golden State Warriors, Davon Green got his hands cut out. They got their work cut out. If they don't play no defense,
You're right.
If they don't play no defense, if they don't cut them boys off at the top of the key, it's good night, Irene.
Well, Mr. let's look at the season for both those teams. Golden State, what have they been doing the whole season? They've been playing ball. I know I know one thing. They won that one game a few weeks ago. They were trash.
That's right.
But tell us about the season of Golden State.
Well, Golden State has done a wonderful job all season long. They got their full starters back. They got everybody, and they got a bench.
They got their
They got their starter 5 back.
Okay.
And they got Davon Green. They got Thompson. They got Pittman. They got them boys, Porter. They got all of those boys back, Thompson, and the boys are dropping. Now, here's the key. Now, when Dallas play against Golden State can hit them from all angles.
Wow.
They are what they call a 3-point shooters. They can hit from the left, from the right, from all around. But here's what has to happen. They got to be able to follow up when they shoot the ball for defense, block out.
All
right. You know, you can have 4 men in 4. Even Davon Green can shoot that 3-pointer. But you can rest assured that he's going to give somebody a headache that day.
Now, who besides Steph Curry has been the fan favorite on Golden State?
On Golden State, Davon has been the fan favorite. And not only that, Thompson has been a fan favorite too.
Okay.
He's back. He said he's back and he's shooting the lights out like never before.
Okay, let's go to the next team, the Mavericks.
Well, the Dallas Mavericks. Well, they gonna come out playing. If they can stop number 77 at the top of the key. If they can stop them at the top, if they can
Yeah,
stop
beast.
Dinwiddie, and if they
Uh-huh.
can stop number 42, if they can stop them boys from shooting them A-bombs, and not only that, they got a great passing game, and they know how to cut in the bucket now. They know how to cut in the middle. And when I look at basketball, I'm looking at basketball at an all-time high.
Yes.
I'm looking at offense as well as defense.
Yes.
I'm looking at cutters. When you play an offense, you don't depend on just one man to shoot it. You know,
Yes.
he's got to have a team. Somebody got to be cutting to take the pressure off of him. So what happened was with the Dallas Mavericks, they put pressure on Lewinsky, number 77.
Number 77,
but
yes.
they left Dinwiddie open.
Wow.
And when they left Dinwiddie open, he started popping over there. Then they put a man on Dinwiddie, but number 42 got open, and he started popping over there. But then they started putting bodies on everybody, but they left the middle open. They left the bucket open. The bucket wide open. Then they started passing on the inside. Dinwiddie started, he hit about 32 points from the perimeter, right in the bucket.
So the fan favorites for the Mavericks.
The fan favorites for the Mavericks, I believe, will be that number 77.
He's smiling.
He's a clinic.
The whole season. He knows what he's doing, and he's very confident in his game.
You know, I wish I could pronounce that cat Ludwig or something of that nature, but he's very, very, very confident of what he's doing. You know, another thing, Miss Hinton, that the Bucks lost to the Boston Celtics.
Yes.
Beat the Milwaukee
Tell us
Bucks.
about that game.
Now that was a good game, but here's what's going to happen: the Miami Heat got their hands full with the Boston Celtics.
Yes.
That Boston Celtics, they played against Miami Heat played against. The Boston Celtics played on yesterday against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Absolutely.
When they beat the Milwaukee Bucks 109-81, the Celtics beat them boys 109-81, and that was the ball game.
Amazing. But
when I looked at and I saw Miami, who they played yesterday, I said, that is one of the worst games. One of the worst basketball game anybody should ever wants to see. When I looked at Miami Heat and they ran up numbers and they played against the 76ers, you know, James Harden and all them boys, they beat them by 9 points at the final, 99-9.
That wasn't bad.
So that wasn't too bad by 9 points. But when they go against some Celtics, Miami has to be ready because the Celtics is coming to play.
Well, Mr. E, games this week and your prediction.
Well, this week, I believe, game number 1, I believe Dallas going to beat Golden State.
Ooh.
The first game.
Okay.
Because they're going to have to get to know them.
Okay.
And then I believe Boston is going to beat the Miami Heat the first game.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
Yeah, these are the first games.
Absolutely.
So now we're getting down to the wire. Now we got the best 7 of these 2 games. We got Dallas against Golden State, Boston against Miami. Now the best of those 2 teams will play in the finals, in the championship.
That's right. So anyway, we're going to keep watching and we're going to keep reporting on this wonderful NBA. It's almost over with.
That's right. And guess what?
What?
It's time to play some football.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I can't wait until the season get here.
Well, I tell you what, you all, we're going to have some more sports talk for you if you join us on Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook Live. We're going to also give you some of our upcoming shows. Mr. E is going to just let you know how you can follow us on social media, how you can be a special guest host, not a host, a special guest sponsor or intern with FYI Radio Show. You all are a blessing. There's so many on Facebook and other platforms that we're going to shout out in a little bit. But I tell you what, enjoy this beautiful day and just love life. And we'll see you back here on Wednesday.
Don't forget the pie. Tell them about
my goodness,
pie.
the ladies' pies now. They're available Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Give them the telephone number.
757-470-0224.
And inbox you.
470-0224. You can inbox me as well at right there at Yolanda Hinton's page, and let me know what you need.
Tell them more about those cookies and the ladies'
Oh my goodness,
pie.
the cookies are available. Chocolate chip, oatmeal raisin from a special recipe. The pies are home baked as well. And we want you all to support the lady along with the book that's out and along with the music. I thank you so much for those that have supported me.
Give them the number.
757-470-0224.
The number again.
757-470-0224.
Where I am now.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, the FYI Radio Show, with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm at Everette. We want to say thank you so much for joining us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on WGPL 1350 and WPCE 1495.3. Peace. Thank you so much.
On my face, so I like this beauty snow. No sorrow, no. I heard his love was there for me. Listening to the radio broadcast of
Oh man, what a exciting weekend. You know, to me, sometimes Mr. E is anybody's game because sometimes the scores are so close. You got some of the best playing, and some of them, sometimes they're playing hard and rough.
That's right. And they let them play.
That's right.
See, this week, they let the boys get down and dirty. And that's what I like about it. They let them boys play. I mean, when they started playing basketball, Miss Hinton, I mean, it was a basketball game where did not try to stop that's bull stuff. You know, the everybody holding and spanking and crying and hollering and screaming. Well, the referee said, and that was our good friend that's down there in that's down here in Norfolk at his restaurant. You know, our good friend, the referee, Mr. Brothers. He refereed that game yesterday.
Did he? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And we've had him on, Mr. Brothers, and we're hoping to have him on again.
That's right. That's Mr. Brothers from Brothers Restaurant,
Absolutely.
Who's a good friend of FYI,
Yes.
Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and Ed Everette, who refereed the game on yesterday.
Yes.
I mean, he did a wonderful, wonderful job. He just let them play.
He
let them
marvelous.
play. Say, you can fall on the floor if you want to, lay down there if you want to, until I see you rolling over and see the white of your eye, then I will say something.
So hopefully, Mr. E, after this season is over, he'll be on to tell us all about his experience and how everything played out. But Mr. E, I'm asking you a question. After this season, NBA, are you going to commit to a team?
In the NBA?
Yes.
No.
Oh, tell me why.
You know, I really like basketball, and I really don't like basketball
because
I like it when it's in the playoff.
Okay.
When it gets down to the wire. Basketball, I love basketball.
Yes.
I used to play the sports. But dealing with all those teams and all those games.
It's a lot.
And not only that, any given day, their leg can burn out on them. And so when you playing basketball, one of the hardest things that I see that folks have problem with is their legs, their ankles, their knees, their hips, their back. You know, you can get really, really, really out of character. And I've seen so many professional basketball players who hold their hands at a certain way, and it's like that. It's that. They can't change their hands. They can't open their hands up like this. It's cut. It's got the shape of them holding a basketball.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they get a lot of punishment on that body.
On that
playing these games.
That's right.
But that's why at 37 they burn out, tired, or they need to retire.
Well, my hats off to one of the professional basketball, Mr. Lanier. Willie Lanier, who's a professional basketball player in the league. He passed away last week at the age of 72 years old.
Yeah.
A young man.
Yes.
but he had so many life history. They tell me health issues.
Yes, absolutely.
So much arthritis had to set in on those boys. That's one of the reasons why you got to get out of the basketball game when you can.
I understand now. But do you think peer pressure has anything to do with when they retire? Just like Chris Paul, you're hearing so much. You over the hill. You ready for Jared to you got, you crippled, you toe up. Is that going to influence his decision to come out of the game?
Well, that might, but he might think that he still has some more time. They might think that they still have some more time until they get really, really injured. I think that what Chris Paul and LeBron and the rest of the boys that are in the league now, they should take up a hobby. They should do like Michael Jordan. Take Michael Jordan for an example.
Yes.
Michael Jordan, and folks may have been sleeping on Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan played baseball, and folks slept on him. They didn't think he was a good baseball. Well, he tried and he's got a basketball team.
Yes.
Michael Jordan got a basketball team. The Wizards is Michael Jordan's team.
Yes.
Then Michael Jordan turned around and tried to play baseball. And he got his hands in baseball also. Yeah. Michael Jordan played professional baseball.
How did he do?
Yeah,
he did. I remember.
He couldn't hit the back of a barn.
Okay.
But he played baseball.
He tried it.
He had that he was trying to change and find his niche.
Oh my
But
goodness.
then he did something that was so great, and my hat's off to him. Michael Jordan, my hat's off to you, because he changed sports on us.
Yes.
He went from playing basketball, baseball, and golf, because he played a little golf.
Absolutely. He loves golf.
And he went into the race car business.
Yes.
Number 23 that you see out there used to be Dale Earnhardt and Ricky Rudd and all those boys. Now it's Michael Jordan's race car.
Oh, wow.
And my hat's off to him, because now he's taking and opening up. He's using his God gives talent to get a race car team. And and he's got the first African American race car driver driving for him.
And that's absolutely marvelous. Sports talk. I hope you all have been keeping up with the season. It's been very exciting. I'm like Mr. E. I don't choose a team. My nerves are too bad when it comes to sports, because when your team is winning, you're all right. The adrenaline is rushing, but when your team is losing and losing bad, you feel that anxiety. It's like too much to handle. And so I'm fine on the sideline, and I really, really enjoy reporting on the sports.
That's right. Miss Hinton, I'm still trying to get over that.
Yes.
Because I'm a Dallas Cowboy diehard.
I know it.
Because and not only am I a diehard, but I have a shirt that says "I bleed Cowboys." Now the Dallas Cowboys has been America's team to me since the 60s, since 1960 when they started. And I just like their style. Yes. I like folks copying off them. I like them being the number one team. You can talk turkey about them.
Yes.
But the thing about it is they're always there. They're right there. Their stability. They have not changed horses. They get better and better and better and better every year.
And they give it their all until they can't give no more during the season. But
That's right. That's right. And one thing about me this year, and I want everybody to know, I'm not going to get as deeply overheated over the Cowboys this year.
Okay.
I really believe this. If the Cowboys won, they won. Now, I also believe this. If you're not a Cowboy fan,
yes,
and if the Cowboys done beat your team, don't talk to me. That's cut and dry.
You say that's all too.
I don't even want to hear
nothing to say.
I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to hear the egging. I don't want to hear none of that this year, because one of the things you got to remember, that there are a lot of people out there that are Cowboy fans. But there are not a lot of people out there are fans of other teams.
True.
And their teams are not doing good. you got to remember that when you sit down looking at the Cowboys, that's the American team, for one.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at ratings on your TV, the Cowboys bring the ratings, the boys to the yard.
That.
Now, when you look at them, if you look at football any given day, if the Cowboys playing, folks find everything else. They stop everything what they're doing just to see what the Cowboys are doing.
They have a brand, a great brand.
They have a great brand. Now, if the Cowboys are not playing, nobody looking at TV.
All right, Mr. E.
You know, and that's what they say about the Cowboys. They say we're big headed. So now I'm not gonna get into that vein this year. Now, if you want to talk about the Cowboys, go ahead on.
Well, we're going to talk about the Cowboys and more during that NFL season. I enjoyed Mr. E a little more than the NBA because the fans are really into it. They're really into their teams. They have chosen teams, ride or die. You can't get them to change not 1 minute.
Well,
change.
Then you got the bandwagoners. You know, you got bandwagoners.
That's right.
Here's what you're gonna see this year. Now, the name of Washington has changed.
Yes.
To
the Commanders.
The Commanders.
Uh-huh.
Now, you're gonna see a lot of people that's trying to represent the Commanders in redskin gear. It's not for that.
What you said, old wines? What is it? Old trying to get new stuff in old wine.
Yeah, skin. Yeah. So it's not for that.
Yes.
What folks got to understand is that's a heyday. That's a bad.
Well, we're gonna talk about that when the season starts. In the meantime, NBA is going well. We're almost down to the wire. You all continue to look at the game. Mr. E, any games coming up?
Wednesday is when the game starts.
Wednesday, tell us now.
Is when the Golden State Warriors will be playing against the Dallas Mavericks.
Okay.
That's the first game that we will see. That's on Wednesday. The Dallas Mavericks will be playing against the Golden State Warriors. And then the Miami Heat will be playing the Boston Celtics.
Ooh, Miami Heat. I don't know about y'all. I got to say it, Mr. E. I don't know. Maybe y'all will have a good streak of luck. But something tells me that you all may, I don't know. We'll see.
Tomorrow, Boston Celtics will be playing against the Miami Heat.
Yes.
And then on Wednesday, the Dallas Mavericks will be playing against the Warriors. 9:00 on Wednesday and 8:30 on tomorrow.
Definitely looking at those games because we're going to come back on Monday. Mr. E, we have some upcoming shows. And on Monday, who's going to be with us?
On Monday, we got Mr. Jack Baker.
Yes.
Mr. Jack Baker. Let me give you a little history about Mr. Jack Baker. Mr. Jack Baker used to play with Maury Commodores. He was a running guard for Maury Commodores of basketball. And not only was he playing for Maury High School, he played for Old Dominion University. And then he turned around and coached both of those teams and took them down to the championship. And then we're going to have Mr. Charlie Hatcher will be with us on the 30th. And don't want to miss that on Sports Talk. Mr. Charlie Hatcher is a legend. He's an old school. When you started talking about old basketball, he was the first African-American basketball player to go to Northview High School right here in the 757. So he done seen Magic Johnson. He's going to give us connection because he's going to let Magic Johnson be on our show, be our special guest. Some of the old, not only the Magic, but Dr. Julius Erving, Charlie Scott.
These are great.
He's on with all of those cats like that, the old heads that are out there. Miss Hinton, the other day, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, better known as Lou Alcindor, he's got an award for being the highest scoring player in the league.
That's absolutely marvelous. Talking about greats in basketball. It is just really wonderful thing to see them achieve, and they continue to achieve and achieve and achieve. Just like you talked about Michael Jordan, he didn't stop with basketball. He's continuing his journey to do great things.
That's right. That's right. And guess what? And I'm so proud. I see people that are in sports going another way.
Yes.
You know, when I look at sports like Dexter Manley, when I look at Cowboy players that did not take advantage, right here in the 757, right here in Virginia, you had somebody like Dexter Manley who didn't have an education. He could have took that money, bought him a private tutor, and got his education.
What happened to him, Mr. E?
Drugs got him.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
The same way with one of the linebackers for the Dallas Cowboys. He allowed those drugs to get a hold of it, and their career went down the drain.
Oh my goodness.
They had nothing left in them.
Yes.
They didn't think about anything else to do. All these children, young men and young women that's around wants to play the game, and they should have took them underneath their wings and taught them basketball.
Absolutely. So look, we're going to continue to just talk about sports. We got a great lineup on our Mondays.
Oh, on Wednesday. Tell them about Wednesday.
And Wednesday.
Yeah.
What's going on Wednesday, Mr. E?
On Wednesday, on sports, on Wednesday.
What's under the hat?
What's under the hat? We're going to go with the Wharton.
Oh, the Warden?
The Warden.
Oh, my goodness. That's going to be amazing.
Special guest on what's underneath the hat. And then on the 18th, we will have an attorney, Miss Willard.
Yes.
Now, let me tell you about these folks.
Okay.
The warden that's coming out, the warden who's coming out with us, they'll be our special guest. He is the president of Elizabeth City Chapter, 100 Men in Black.
Oh, my goodness.
He's the president of 100 Men in Black, trying to change things around for the community.
Especially after the incident in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. That's right.
And not only is he the president there, he also wants to bring things to the table that where a man, how does a man act once he's been in penitentiary and now what's going on with him when he get out. So then we have Attorney Willard.
Yes.
Attorney Willard is the attorney for that young man that's lost, that young boy that's lost.
His father.
Yes.
The young boy that is missing.
Yeah.
Dad's been incarcerated, and the lawyer, what's her name, Miss Willard.
Waller.
And we're going to talk about what she can talk about. She may not be able to talk about all, the case and everything, but she's going to talk about, how to defend, our men, our African American men, guilty or not guilty or whatever. But she's going to give you the tea on, what it takes to really, really support and defend people that have been accused of some terrible things.
That's right. People have been accused of a lot of crime, and the mindset of a man after he's been 30 years in penitentiary or 15 years in penitentiary for a crime he did not do.
Absolutely.
And so she's going to talk with us on that level to how the men make it back into society. After they accused them of a crime, and they did not do. And, so now we're going to have her as our, come up here as our attorney to dialogue with us.
Well, also the following Wednesday, we're going to have Coach Rhonda Driver to come back. She's agreed to come back in June. We're going to schedule her to come in, and she's not going to be on What's in Your Closet. She's going to be What's Under the Hat, issues concerning men, honey. And we'll be talking with her a little bit more, Mr. E.
I think Miss Rhonda Driver is going to bring some great information. So listen, she doesn't have to be what's under the hat for women, but she's going to unclose a lot of things that's going to help women to understand men. I began to do some research, Ms. Hinton, on a DI, drill instructor, or staff sergeant, or colonel, a Marine Corps soldier. and she was in the Marine Corps dealing with both men and women. And one of the hardest things that men have is when somebody just brainstorm, mess with their head and talk about them. And that's what they do in the Marine Corps. So now when by her being colonel, whatever her rank was, she's going to bring some great tea of how she had to deal with the men. And now she's married to a great, wonderful man, and how she has to leave everything outdoors and come in the house and screw and to be the wife that she's supposed to be.
Yeah, so on Friday, What's in Your Closet? You know, we introduced that with Coach Rhonda. And ladies, this is a segment focusing on ladies, what you go through, you know, how you cope with things, you know, what kind of things you're into doing, raising children, business, you name it, even church. You know, women are known, especially African-American women, to be Bible toters, honey.
That's
all into God. They love Jesus. One thing I can say about women, they love Jesus. And so and you know, and other people celebrate other religions and things like that. So we'll be talking about that, how women serve in the church and in religion and ministry. We are gonna have Miss Kimberly Hurdle, a new author, From Pain to Power. That's the name of her book. We're going to be talking about that on Friday. And then the following Friday, we're going to have Miss Tisha Matthews of BKO, Beautiful Kids Organization. And we're going to be talking about alopecia. She specializes in the subject of alopecia. She's been a great support system to Christo community. We've had her on our anti-bullying platforms along with her BKO kids. And she's been in it for a minute and continuing to serve the community. She's going to tell you what she do, and she's going to tell you how you can support them and how you can be more knowledgeable about alopecia.
Now, Jada Pickett, get ready because we got some help.
Girl.
Now you're going to get an opportunity when BKO come to understand, listening audience, what alopecia is all about.
That's right.
If you don't know what alopecia is, then we got a lady come on to help you so you can see why she kicked Will underneath the table and Will got up and smacked Chris Rock.
So we're hoping, Mr. E, that Miss Matthews can bring, a client or two on to talk about, their experience with alopecia, what they've gone through. When I was coming up, there was one young lady, the first time I ever seen anybody with alopecia. She was young. She had alopecia, and her mother used to put the old-fashioned wigs on her. At times they didn't have all that fancy stuff. And so, I can imagine she was very quiet. But I can only imagine how she felt as a young person, had to deal with people snatching off her wig, or, the shame of it, and the shame that people put on you when you're dealing with certain things and handicaps and issues and diseases and things like that. And so we're going to understand the disease from the point of view of someone that continuously is into making sure others feel good about themselves, building self-esteem. She even makes wigs, Mr. E, for the young people that are dealing with alopecia. She also, there is quite a few people out there that do all kind of things to help bring back and restore hair for those that suffer with alopecia. Some men suffer from alopecia, but they don't call it alopecia. They call it balding.
That's it.
It's alopecia.
When the hair
hair is not growing
in the center of your head.
Yes.
And the only thing my hair would grow is on the side.
Yes, alopecia. So men, they also suffer with it. So we're going to be talking about that, and we're going to have many, many more great folks. Mr. E is and myself are making sure we build a great platform for others. Also, those that help us. We want to say thank you to our interns that are out there helping us bring the boys to the yard, bring folk to our platform, to help you stay motivated and inspired to rise above mere survival, have the knowledge, information, and wisdom to rise above so you can be successful no matter what. no matter what you're going through, no matter where you are, you can be successful. And we're bringing those to our platform to just to inspire and give you knowledge of how you can succeed. Good morning, Desi Combs. I see you back. Look, back from the vacation. I know you're feeling good. You can't help but go away, Mr. E, out of your environment, out of the 9 to 5 or however you work, and come back refreshed after having a good old birthday time.
That is so true. When you can get away, get away.
Absolutely. So, Mr. E, the upcoming shows, we've covered that. Follow us on social media.
That's right. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, clowns, all you out there, I want to let you know we're on 11 different platforms.
My goodness.
11 different platforms that you can hear FYI. First of all, you can hear us all day long on Facebook.
Yes.
Second, you can hear us all day long on Twitter.
Yes.
Third, you can hear us all day long on YouTube. I want to let you know that we are live. Yeah.
It's on LinkedIn.
Yeah. You can hear us all day long on LinkedIn. Yeah. All you got to do is pull. That's four platforms right there.
Yes.
You can hear us all day long on. Then you can hear us on Facebook. Oh, did I say Facebook?
Yes, you did.
Okay, you can hear us all day long on that. Then you can turn around and hear us streaming all over the world on Christian Broadcasting Company, where they got 2 different live streams going on. You got stream for WPCE and you got a streamer for WGPL.
Yes.
Not just in the 252 or the 757. You'll hear us all over the world. Not only that, you can hear us locally on WPCE 1400 and WGPL 1350. I think that's 4 more. Am I right? Yeah.
Yes.
And then you can hear us on FM 95.3. Peace.
Yes.
Now, so that's 7 right there. 7 plus 4, that's 10. 11. That's 11 platforms that you can hear us on. Soon it will be 12 because we're getting ready to put in next week or this week 88.9.
Absolutely.
So we're covering the whole market.
Yes.
So that means that you cannot say, oh, one other thing. You can take out of your telephone, your cell phone, and you can go to WGPL 1350 AM and WPCE 1400 AM and click and hear us at 9:30 to 10. Right there on your cell phone, wherever you may be, on your job. Put your earbuds in your ear and listen to FYI. So that means that you cannot say you cannot hear FYI. You can hear us all over the world and on 11 different platforms. So, hey, wherever you go, we're there.
And make sure you follow, make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe, because we're trying to add Instagram and TikTok.
That's right.
To those platforms. We want to go live. We want to spread the news. We want our show to really branch out everywhere on social media. And so please, we need the numbers. I need you all to go to the lady_ Christo Records, and that's the lady_ CRISTORECORDS, and subscribe. We're almost there, Mr. E. We need 200 and something more subscribers.
Go and subscribe today.
More followers, please, on that platform. And we also need you all to go to Christo Records 1 on YouTube and make sure you subscribe. We need the numbers.
That's right.
Mr. E has his platform. Mr. E, tell them about your platform.
Well, you can call it. You can go to my platform. I'm Pastor Ed all over. Now, here's what you can understand. On LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, I changed the name. It's still Pastor E, but to make it so you know you're at the right place, all you got to look for is Mr. E.
All right, I like that.
I made it so simple that all you have to do is when you see Edward Everett in parentheses, you see Mr. E. Mr. E.
Yes.
Mr. E. And you know you at the right place. On YouTube, Mr. E.
Yes.
On Instagram, Mr. E. On LinkedIn, Mr. E. On Twitter, Mr. E. That's all you got to do is see Mr. E, and you know you're at the right place. And all you need to do, like, share, like, and subscribe. Like, share, like, and subscribe. Like, share, like, subscribe. And like, share, like, and subscribe. Yeah.
And don't forget, FYI, you can go on Instagram and help us to pull those numbers off.
Yeah.
It's one FYI Radio. One FYI Radio. Please, please, please go and subscribe. Follow us, please, so we can get our numbers up so we can take our live feed and join our Instagram page. TikTok, Yolanda Hinton, we're going to be doing an FYI page there as well. And so please, 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 we have an FYI radio show on our platform on Facebook, and we share all our content over there, our guests, our current job list. As a matter of fact, today our listing is up there on all platforms, LinkedIn, Twitter. We have it on, even on, let's see, is it TikTok? I think I put it on TikTok. And please, 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 Instagram, all of them have it. Make sure you go and look at that current job list and share it with your friends.
That's right. And that's what it's all about. Sharing, and sharing.
Yeah. So I tell you what, it's time to go, Mr.
So
E.
it's time to go.
Yes, but don't forget about the ladies' pies.
That's right.
Now.
I hate to run.
Oh, wow. Desi, thank you.
Now.
Look, Mr. E singing to us. Look, I think he wants to record. I think he better call you, Desi. But anyway, all you that are on Model Lewis, thank you for the order. You all that are interested in getting the ladies' pie, please, Desi, please, please. Put in an order for the ladies' pie. Don't you know we'll deliver it out there to Elizabeth City? You tell your friends, your family, get ready for the ladies' pie. It's absolutely marvelous. The ladies' cookies. Just give the lady a chance. You all that are out there, please support me, because I promise I will support you.
Oh, we do support them.
We support you
That's
in all
right.
kind of ways. And so we just want to thank you so much for joining us today. Mr. E's going to give you how you can become a guest, sponsor, or an intern with FYI Radio Show.
If you like to be a special guest or sponsor, or you like to be an intern on the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, all you have to do is give us a call at area code 757-714-7861. Or you can inbox us at Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page, or you can email us at FYI live radio show at gmail.com. Let me give that to you again. That's FYI live radio show at gmail.com.
I'm going to put it down at FYI Radio Show Live at gmail.com.
FYI Radio Show Live at gmail.com.
Remind me to put it here down here for you, Mr. E.
Yeah.
FYI Radio Show Live at gmail.com. That's our email address. Or you can just inbox us on any of our platforms.
Yeah.
We'll get it there as well. But this is what I want you all to do. Please, please help us. I want to be able to pull in Mr. E and I on Fun Fridays after we finish our live broadcast, serving that tea. If you have any tea you want to serve, we're going to pull you in.
That's right.
We need you to get your tea ready and your tea cups. And FYI, we'll be ordering cups, and they will be available for you all to purchase. And please, please, please get your cups. We're going to be serving that tea. We got a few people that are going to be helping us, but you, the audience, can be a part of serving that tea. And we're going to actually pull you into our feed and let you serve some of that tea to us as well.
And we want to say thank you so much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. Don't forget, for more information, give us a call at 757-714-7861. Or go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, or Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton's Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page, or inbox us at FYI Live Radio Show at gmail.com. Don't forget to have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Okay? Bye now.
Bye-bye. You all are a blessing. Thank you so much for your support.